Hi everyone, Brendon here from Restaurant and Catering Association. Here bringing you a video guide on the public holidays and how to understand them, especially in the lead up to the Christmas and New Year period. Public holidays can be very confusing in Australia, mainly because it is dealt with on a state-by-state basis, and all the different states have a different approach to public holidays. So for some days, it might be a public holidays. In other states, it might be a substitute day, and even other scenarios where there are additional public holidays on top of the existing ones. And I'll go through a few of those scenarios on a state-by-state approach later on with this. Now, my starting point with all the public holidays, which I certainly, reference to members as well who call the IR hotline, is the Fair Work website. The Fair Work website has public holiday dates for 2021, for 2022 next year, but also in the past if you need to do something retrospective to double check anything. And you will see, as you see right in front of you, that it has a state-by-state approach with different public holidays for different states. Now, the first thing to keep in mind, of course, with the Christmas public holidays is that some of the states, of course, as you can see in front of you, the Friday, 24th of December, the Christmas Eve will be considered a public holiday. Now, we see here in Tasmania that is not the case. There's no 24th of December here. You don't see it in Victoria. You don't see it in WA either. But if we scroll up, we certainly see it in South Australia. We certainly see it in Queensland. And we see it in the Northern Territory as well. But nothing in New South Wales and the ACT. So that's the first thing to keep in mind for Christmas Eve. Now, the next one, of course, to keep in mind is, and I'll use ACT as a scenario, which is also the case for New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, and Western Australia, where the Saturday, the 25th of December, is a public holiday. That's Christmas Day. Now, that is being paid not at the Saturday rate, even though it's on a Saturday. It's paid at a public holiday rate because it's Christmas Day. And it's the same thing for the Sunday, the 26th, which is the Boxing Day. It is paid not at a Sunday rate, but at a public holiday rate. And likewise, as a result of that, in ACT and the other 4 states I named previously, they have an additional public holiday for Christmas Day. It's not a substitute. It's not a replacement. It's in addition to. So 27th of December, which is the Monday, is being paid at a public holiday rate. And it's the same for Tuesday, 28th of December, additional public holiday for Boxing Day. And this is the case for ACT, for New South Wales, for Queensland, for Victoria, and for WA. Now, look, and I completely get it. It's 4 public holidays in a row. It is, very tough on business. And I completely, for those who've been calling the IR hotline, this is the website that I refer you to. And I'm with you on the difficulty of that. This is just the way that each state has approached it. If you wanted to explore a potential reason why that's the case, it's because the view is that Saturday and Sunday, is a weekend anyway. So as a result of that, in terms of a day off, in terms of a public holiday, there's something supplemental in that, in addition to it, because they were getting the weekend off anyway. That's kind of the rationale. Now, yeah, it is a bitter pill to swallow, but this is what is in front of us at the moment for this particular season in time. Now, as I mentioned, this is the same for New South Wales. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, 27th to 28th are all public holidays. It's the same in Queensland. It's the same in Victoria. And it's the same in WA. Now, the other 3 states, Tasmania, SA, and Northern Territory, have a slightly different approach. Now, we see here that the Saturday is a Christmas Day and is a public holiday. We see that they've given an additional public holiday on the 27th. But it's interestingly, Boxing Day is slightly different in Northern Territory. So Boxing Day, as we see here, is not a public holiday. It's not named here. And so you pay your Sunday rates for Boxing Days in Northern Territory. But instead, they've done a substitute day. Now, this is different to the previous scenario where it's an additional day, so therefore both days are public holidays. This is a substitute. So it is a replacement of. So therefore, the Tuesday, the 28th, is a public holiday. And the 26th of December, as I mentioned, which is not here, is therefore paid at the Sunday rate. Now, South Australia have something similar in the sense that Christmas Day being on a Saturday is being paid at a Saturday rate. You know, it's not named here as a public holiday. The Boxing Day is, so that's a public holiday. The additional public holiday for Boxing Day is because it's named here, 28th of December. But Christmas Day, because it falls on a Saturday, South Australia have decided that the Saturday will be treated as a Saturday, and it is the Monday that will be treated as a public holiday, as a replacement, as a substitute, as we can see here. And then lastly, the other example that I had was Tasmania. So Tasmania, similar again. So Christmas Day is a public holiday for them. Boxing Day is not, but Boxing Day has a substitute day, which is the 28th. So therefore, Saturday, the Monday, and the Tuesday, you pay public holiday rates. The Sunday for the Boxing Day, you pay the Sunday rate. And so that's the Christmas one for you in the lead up to this Christmas season. Now, in terms of New Year's, again, we read it as what's in front of us. So there's nothing for the 31st for WA, Victoria, nor Tasmania. Now, South Australia, public holiday from 7 p.m. to 12 midnight on the Friday the 31st. Nothing for Queensland, Northern Territory from 7 p.m. to the midnight. For New South Wales, nothing. ACT, nothing. Now, for the New Year's Day, from the 1st of January 2022 onwards, it'll be similar to what I just went through for Christmas. So I'll start off with ACT. Saturday the 1st and Monday the 3rd are both public holidays. So they are additional days. That's the same for New South Wales. Both the 1st, the Saturday, and the Monday are public holidays. That means you're not paying Saturday rates on the 1st of January, you're paying the public holiday rates on the 1st of January. Same with Northern Territory. Same with Queensland, the 1st and the 3rd. Now, South Australia is different. So South Australia, the public holiday is on the 3rd of January. Now, this is a substitute day because New Year's Day in 2022 falls on a Saturday. So on the 1st of January in South Australia, you are paying the Saturday rate. Now, on the 3rd of January, you are paying the public holiday rate in South Australia. Same thing in Tasmania. So the Saturday for New Year's, the 1st of Jan, is paid at a Saturday rate. The 3rd of Jan is paid at a public holiday rate. Now, Victoria is similar to ACT and New South Wales in the sense that both the 1st of Jan and the 3rd of Jan are public holiday rates, and that is the same thing for Western Australia. And so again, this is all on the Fair Work website. It is fair to say that it is a good starting point to figure out which days are public holidays. And if it is named in any of these lists for your particular state, it is a public holiday. The things to keep in mind, of course, are to observe if there is a substitute day, and a substitute day is merely replacing the original day, and therefore the original day is not a public holiday, or if it is an additional public holiday, which means both days public holidays. It's easy to get caught up on it. A good starting point is if you can see it on the list and named, and that particular date is named. You might have found this experience was like this for this year, for R&CA Day. I believe that was on a Sunday this year from memory. And as a result, you know, there can be a bit of confusion with the additional days and public holidays as well as the substitute. So, you know, use the 2021 one for Christmas this year, and then 2022 for New Year from 1 January onwards, and that would be your starting point. As always, if you have any questions for me, call the IR hotline on 1300 722 878. That's 1300 722 878. If you want to go through any follow-up questions, anything specific that you wanted to address, I'll be more than happy to help. So yeah, call the IR hotline on 1300 722 878 if you have any further questions on this. Thank you.